Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Grandpa.
I'm Megan.
I'm Callie.
I'm Aunt Becky.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of stuff on the farm, but one thing we can't grow is this channel without your help. We're here at the farm market. We just got everything pulled out and it is looking a little bit light. We also just got our milk order in, so the girls are sorting through that. We are gonna be filling things up a little bit more once Dad gets back from the wholesaler. Until then, this is what we've got. What are you playing with over here?
They're all lost in here.
Olaf's in there? I don't think so. Not in the little bunny.
Isn't the bunny?
Well, Callie and Aunt Becky are gonna continue playing with the bunnies. For some reason, we think Olaf is inside the bunny. We don't understand. However, in the kitchen, we've got Grammy working hard this morning, and in particular, Grammy, what are you working on?
Jelly,
Ooh, what kind of jelly?
red raspberry and blackberry.
So, Grammy, if you had to say out of all the jellies you make, which is the easiest to make?
I don't know, they're all easy.
Oh, they're all pretty easy. You hear that? That's from a professional, though. As I was getting ready to head over to the farm this morning, I noticed that it had rained last night into this morning, but while I'm checking the rain gauge, it doesn't look like it amounted to much. The only thing it really did do was make everything sloppy, which, you know, we're getting pretty used to that. I'm sure Dad's gonna be getting back from the wholesaler any time now. However, I'm gonna run down around back and start working on the animals. Oh, good morning, good morning. Don't get up on my account. You can stay laying down. Hello, Apollo. Good morning. How you doing over here? Oh, look at you. You big baby. Yeah. So I wanted to get started with animals this morning. However, I'm not sure 100% what Dad has not done. These calves don't look too excited for me to be showing up this morning, which leads me to believe that they have been fed already. So we're just gonna have to wait on calves until Dad gets home. But that does mean we can run over, grab the skid steer loader, and get our silage dumped in for the rest of the cattle. Getting ready to dump the grain in for the cattle, but I wanted to stop for a minute and show you the newest addition on the farm. Oh, a new wheelbarrow. Yeah, the old one got attacked by some cows and it got a little broken. Still usable, just a little harder to handle now. The one handle is kind of like broken, so gotta be careful you don't get splinters. But we felt it was time for a new, larger wheelbarrow anyway. And Dad had picked this thing up yesterday, and it is pretty nice, if I do say so myself. What a life we live, getting excited over wheelbarrows. But I mean, how could you not? Thing's a beaut. I was taking a quick look at the weather to see how long we were going to be dealing with this rain, and it said light rain for the next hour and then it's gonna be clear. So we're not gonna get too much rain, nothing that'll amount to anything in the gauge, but it still just makes everything wet. If you listen closely on this side of the wall, hey Joel, yo, what you doing over there?
How's things going?
Oh, you know, feeding cattle. How's the horses?
So far, so good.
Yeah, how about you keep it down on your side of the barn? I'm trying to film over here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, okay. All right, and I'll try and keep it down for you.
No worries.
All right. Ugh, neighbors. I mean, I'm not too upset about it being a little bit sloppy. It's nothing we can't manage. And what we've done with the drainage around here has really helped us out. The thing I will say though is it's not gonna freeze anytime soon around here. So what does that mean? Well, it's just gonna stay sloppy. I was looking at the extended forecast and I think the lows are gonna get down to freezing, but our highs are gonna always be around 40 to 35, 40 in those ranges, so it'll never freeze hard enough to keep everything nice. It is what it is. I mean, at least it's not getting too cold where it's freezing our water lines, but it is a lot nicer to walk on frozen ground as opposed to the slop. The cattle are now all fed, so that's a big job accomplished. Next, we're gonna be moving on to the chickens. First, I'm just walking through and seeing if they need any more straw. It looks as if Dad put a bale in here last night, and I think it soaked up a lot of the moisture that was in the pen. The girls look pretty comfortable. They're following me around. I don't know why. Hi, chickens. But yeah, looks good in here. We brought back a lot of straw yesterday, so if we need to put more in here, that won't be a problem at all. I do think we need to feed the chickens and then get the eggs collected, so we'll feed them first. I like to feed the chickens first before I collect eggs because that way they're all distracted and I can easily collect eggs. It's my system. It works pretty good. Chickens are now fed, so all we gotta do is collect the eggs and we're good to go. And just so you know, I got them both in the wheelbarrow. Check that out. Woohoo! Good shot, Andrew. A big question I get asked is, how do I feel about our slow time of the year, which is usually winter? Many people want to know if we miss taking care of all the vegetables, taking care of all the flowers, working out in the fields. And yeah, you better believe that we miss that. We enjoy working out in the fields. We enjoy working with the land. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love picking tomatoes. I love planting tomatoes. I love picking peppers. We're not gonna talk about the peas. But anyway, I digress. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy working out in the fields. And a lot of the times the people ask if we enjoy winter or not, because we're doing so many different jobs. What's interesting is a lot of the jobs that we take care of in winter, we're doing those in summer as well. They just get kind of put on the back burner when it comes to recording because, well, that stuff's new, that stuff's exciting. Taking care of the animals, all the little chores, that stuff always needs to be accomplished, and it does get accomplished. But how do I feel about this time of the year? Well, I enjoy it. It's nice, it's different. The one thing I really enjoy about farming is there's always something new. But I do miss working with the plants. I do miss working out in the field. And boy, do I miss the fresh fruits and vegetables. But you know what? I enjoy this time of the year. When it starts to get a little cooler, there's many different things that you can do. A big one that I appreciate is that we get to spend a little more time with the animals. We spend a little more time winterizing their pens, making sure they are all okay. And I like the animals as much as I like every other aspect of the farm. Out of all the animals, I probably prefer working with the cattle and the calves the most, but who doesn't love chickens? I mean, eggs are delicious and they can be fun. They've all got different personalities and you figure them out pretty quick when you're collecting eggs every day. So how do I feel about winter time or our slow time? Well, I feel about it the same way as summertime or our busy season. It's work, it's fun, and I enjoy doing it, and I'm not gonna stop. I found that giant egg again. That chicken is gonna be hurting. Look at that thing. I mean, all these chickens are the same days old, and that egg is just so much bigger. Oh my. Hi, chicken. Was it you? Congratulations, big eggs. Coming in, ladies. I'm all finished with collecting eggs. This is what we got for the day. I don't know about you, but this makes me want breakfast. Good old breakfast time. Oh, scrambled eggs. Gotta be careful, don't wanna drop them. Don't wanna make scrambled eggs before I'm ready. That would not be good. That's happened before when I was younger and a little more uncoordinated. Now I've got it all figured out. We don't drop eggs. While I was collecting the eggs, I saw a truck pulled down around here and Dad was over here, so I stopped over and saw what he was working on. The Pennsylvania, or the state of Pennsylvania Weights and Divisions unit was here, and what they like to do is go through and check on all your scales. Their job is to make sure that everybody's scales are up to specs, so that if you're selling, whether it's potatoes, or all the bulk goods we have up in the farm market, that everybody's getting a fair deal, both seller and consumer. So the weights division was here. That's pretty neat. I never saw that truck before. But it makes me happy knowing we've got people going around making sure that everybody's being honest, because that's important. So he was checking out our scales. Our scales look good. That's important. The only thing is we need another scale with a Class C something on it and a certain serial number, just to make sure if we have to weigh certain items, we can do that. Which, with the business, it'd probably be a good idea to have one of those scales. So that's something we're gonna have to work on, and I appreciate him stopping by and checking everything out, making sure we are good and making sure we can take care of everybody else. And like I said, Dad was home. He must have got back from the wholesaler at some point. So I'm gonna run up top and help him out. And then once we're finished, we can get the calves taken care of, and he wants to feed a round bale. Oh wow, Callie, how does all the candy look?
No.
It doesn't look good?
Good.
Oh, she's gonna probably have to taste test it. That's what she's gonna have to do.
Fishy's over.
Wow, fishies. You know, I was just laughing. I was talking to Dad. That guy that was here, he's not from the weight and divisions. He's from the weight and measurements division. I don't know why I thought about that. But yeah, we're good now. I was just a little confused. We've got everything from the wholesaler all taken care of. Now we are moving in here to the greenhouse to get these calves taken care of. Right where I left everybody. So how did everything go at the wholesaler?
Oh, it all went good.
That's good. Were you happy I waited for you to take care of the calves?
Yes. Calves are mine.
Almost all the calves are yours. I have one calf. But besides that, the rest of them can be yours. After we got finished with feeding the calves, Dad and I were talking about dumping some sawdust into the pit. However, we have a little bit of an issue where water just seems to be pooling there. We're not sure if it's because of all the storms that we've had, or maybe when we were pulling sawdust out, someone was digging too much. But we have a little trouble with water, which we're gonna try and open up now. This is where our problem area was. We had this puddle and we're just trying to get the water drained out because it's right in front of the sawdust pit. It's not fun to be dealing with. We've never had this problem before, but we're thinking from digging this up with the skid steer loader, that's our problem. But we're gonna hope this drains out okay here, and then we'll have to come up with a solution later on. I think the easiest thing to do would just pile up some soil right here and have it tapered so that the water runs away. But everywhere else would usually be very swampy this time of the year, especially due to all the freezing and then the thawing, but it doesn't look near as bad as it did before. So I'm thinking all that fill we got in really helped us out, but we'll just have to wait and see. I think this is just a small problem that we can get fixed today and we won't have to worry about it again. Now that Dad and I have got that draining, we're gonna wait for it to try and completely drain out before we dump our sawdust into the pit. But in the meantime, I feel like this would be a good opportunity to feed a hay bale. So I'm gonna get the forks on the skid steer loader, and Dad has already got the bale all prepped. what? That round bale we got dumped in for the cattle is surrounded right now. They love their fresh hay. One thing I will say about the hay is everything that we've wrapped has looked amazing. Now, I know a lot of the stuff that Joel has been grabbing for the horses has looked good too, so that's always promising. They go through their hay a little quicker than we do, but what we have grabbed for the cattle looks great. And that's all you can ask for, really, that your hay looks great. We've got our truck here completely full of sawdust, and we're waiting for our little section that had the water filled in to drain out so that we can back in and dump this without getting stuck. While we're waiting, we're just doing a tiny bit of maintenance on the truck. Just checking some fluids. We've got a few other things that we can work on, but for now we felt like this was a good idea. Where'd that go? Here you go, buddy. I cannot see, so if it's going too slow, too fast, you gotta tell me.
Hold it. It's not going in at all.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it going down?
It might be going slow. I don't understand why.
Well, Dad and I have been sitting here. A stiff breeze has picked up, and it has gotten quite chilly out here. We're almost finished with working on the truck. Hopefully this will help out with a few things. But yeah, I was not expecting it to be that chilly today. That really picked up and got my ears pretty cold, so I had to put the hood up. And I didn't wear my knit hat today. That probably would have been smart, but thought it was gonna be warm. Why didn't you tell me it was gonna be cold today?
It's warm. Who told you it was cold?
Yeah, okay, as he's sitting up there going, oh, it's kind of chilly out here. Oh, it's kind of chilly, Andrew.
No, I wanted chili for lunch.
Yeah, okay, that's not what he was saying, although chili would be good today. Ooh. It took Dad and I a little bit longer to finish up on that truck than we would have thought. We had some people showing up and talking to us, and that always takes time. But now that we are finished, we're gonna be getting ready for lunch. Alrighty, we're getting ready to eat some lunch. It looks like we're having pizza, and we've also got some leftover stuffed shells. Getting ready to take the truck down to unload the sawdust. We are gonna have to take the back off of the truck, so I've gotta get the skid steer loader with the forks all ready to go. The sawdust was pretty packed in there and it didn't want to come out. So we had Dad pull out, I pushed all the other sawdust back, and then we dumped it again. There we go, we got most of it already pushed back. I'm just gonna come through with the skid steer loader and get the rest of it moved in. Well, I've got to say, I think that worked out pretty well. We got all that sawdust dumped in there, got the truck moved out of the way. So either tomorrow or the day after, we'll be able to bed up. Now, I have been kind of slacking. I have not gotten Callie back for her nap yet. Dad and I have been working on a few things. So that's probably gonna bite me in the butt. But I have to get up and get her home for a nap. And I think it's good timing. The reason why I waited a little bit was because Dad said he only had a few jobs left for us to do. So I felt it was a good idea to get those done. I've now got my precious cargo loaded up into the vehicle. She is not too happy about going home for an NAP. However, it's gotta be done and she'll get over it. She'll get used to it. She'll thank me when she's older. She'll say, Dad, thank you for letting me take all these naps. I really enjoy naps. Well, everyone, I had put the camera down when I got home and I kind of forgot to pick it back up. I just been in here with Lauren. We just had dinner. We picked something up tonight because we're feeling a little too pregnant to go out to eat. So, well, I'm not feeling too pregnant to go out to eat, but you understand what I'm saying. So we had our dinner. We are now home. We're gonna relax, enjoy our evening, and that means this is where we're gonna end the video today. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.